Right, continuing this look at grafting, I've talked a lot about the scion wood, collecting the scion wood, and I've talked a lot about the actual grafting cuts that you make and how you tie them. I made a few videos about that, including a very long one. Credit to anyone who sat all the way through it. A little bit about stocks now. Now the best way to get your rootstocks is to buy them from a nursery that produces apple rootstocks. You know exactly what you're getting. I keep getting asked this question, so I'll answer it again, although I've answered it many times already. Can I graft an apple tree onto the roots of any old tree, a birch or an oak? The answer is no, you definitely can't. You can only graft an apple tree onto an apple tree. But you can do it to any kind of apple tree. A crab apple will do, Siberian crab, any older apple tree, but you can't graft an apple tree onto any other kind of tree. Okay, now you can raise your own stocks. Now here, there were some apple trees which we cut out. I mean, never mind exactly why they were cut down, but they were not required here, so they were sawn down. And some of the roots was left behind, and what's happened is that these shoots have come up. Now what I did, I thinned them out to some extent, and I heaped up some soil to the roots. So what I'm hoping now, and I haven't tried this before, so I'll just see, I'm going to dig this up and see if we've got anything decent underneath here. So that's the idea. Now what I know is that these are going to grow true to the rootstock. Pop! Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Alright, we've got some nice roots there. Let's get this down on the ground and decide how many rootstocks we're going to get out of this. Obviously it's all growing in one system. There's a couple of things you could do. You could just cut the whole thing away to one upright, but I'm just splitting this around carefully to see what we've got. Well, that's coming away quite nicely, isn't it? I'm just teasing it a bit. It's stuck at the bottom. Just okay. Right, so now you see that I've got two stocks there. Now what I could do, can you see that there's some roots there? That's rooted. That's rooted. What I could do is cut this off. I'm going to cut that just there, give it a maximum root on it. That leaves me with this. Now that's a stock with a pretty good lot of roots on it. So I'm going to plant that out and I might graft it next year. So that is a Manling Merton 106 rootstock, clonally propagated from the from what we've had underneath, from the roots. Now here we have got, this is the same thing. It hasn't got such good roots to it, but I've got nothing to lose by planting that, so I may as well. Here, this is not quite, doesn't give us quite so many choices. If you can see, there are three branches. They've only really one lot of roots, so I think the only one sensible thing to do there is take that out and reject that. So I've got two good rootstocks there, and one maybe, but nothing to lose job. Alright, now I'm just going to repeat that once more with what we've got here. So these have been growing about 2 years, and I heaped some soil up to let them put some roots into the soil. I haven't done much else. This is the sort of thing that you can do. Some of my buddies out there on the tube like to write about you know, what we might do to survive if times get much more difficult. Well, who knows, but these skills are worth having now, and they might be even more worth having in the future. This is how we propagate fruit trees, alright, and again, same situation. If we take a look at these, use your judgment, be realistic, how many stocks am I going to get out of that? Pull them apart is often better than cutting them. Well, that's one, and I think realistically that isn't going to do too well. So that's two there. Here, how many are we going to get out of that? Well, let's try and unweave that. I think that's a realistic possibility. Yeah, and questionable. Right, so here's my treasure then. One, not that good. Two, not that good, maybe survivable. One, very nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got 6 rootstocks here. Let's reject those 2 which are not that great. I might pop them in. 4 nice sturdy rootstocks. Right, I'm going to go and plant these out right now and give them, don't forget to water them, and hopefully they will grow away, and I may well chip bud them in July, or else I'll graft them this time next year. So the whole process will be completely self-sustainable within the orchard, and the trees I cut down this year, they may send up some roots, and this may send up some roots as well later. Okay.